Hi everyone, it's Gwathon from Gwathon's Games, and today I am going to be running the Captain, a level 51 Captain on Heroic +2 difficulty, and I'm just going to run through some of the things that a Captain can do just to start off with. So you probably will notice that I am at a lower level than the character's level. So I'm running teal creatures. So I will start off with a battle or two just to show you what's going on. Okay, get rid of that poison when the time comes. So I've got to get a bit of healing and a bit of poison removal. So we'll go for another one. We'll go for one of the holy tenders again. Okay. So these are falling relatively easily, but we have some more interesting creatures coming up. If you know this area well enough, we have some elites. Okay, I've got a prompt for healing if required, but I'm not going to do it because I know that I know that the battle is finished. So we have an elite level 49. Now this is where things start getting a little bit more tricky. I will give you a quick look at what I'm building. So I've got a red line character with a bit of yellow line to get the noble mark, which decreases the incoming damage by a little bit and gives me a restore of maximum morale every 5 seconds. So kicking down to Blessing of the Blade, and I haven't got to Master of War, but basically I've got a noble mark just to give me some healing, battle shout to increase my melee and tactical damage, grave wound and the combination of that and cutting attack to spread if necessary, rally cry just to give me a heal over time by that stage, gallant display, nice damage, inspire self-determination, nice power restore, but it gives me an extra 20% damage, which is the main, and minus 5% incoming damage. I've got a corruption removal if needed, and I've also got a forced attack from the Herald. So I'm running a Herald of Hope, which you can see there, and I'm also running standalone, which definitely helps with the amount of damage I'm going to be able to do. And I've got improved speech. So let's go for the see, as you can see, was not able to survive against an elite. I will try that again. Don't think that's going to move. I'm going to be in trouble with that. I will revive and then run, I think, just so that I can get back to it. Oh good, I didn't draw the aggro. Okay, so I'll food myself back up again, and then I will. So I'm running a aggressive build. more or less aggressive build. I have actually got one defensive virtue trait sitting in there, but trying to use the Herald to get maximum mitigations. Okay, let's try that again. But this time I will pop a couple of extra abilities. So I'll actually swap those, and I'll just run through these while I'm there. So just to be able to have a chance of surviving against this. Oh, here comes another one. Get out of the way of that. Okay, let's try that again. Got it. Okay, so I had to go into the extra things, the Time of Need, the Cry of Fury, and the Courageous Heart, which increased mitigations. So it did give me the victory against that, so that was good. But as you can see, you kind of need to throw a fair amount in for the captain. The heal over time is not that great for a non-blue, so I have actually built a blue line version of this. Oops, okay, I've got battle. Come on, give me some response. I've got some lag going, dreadful lag going. Dreadful lag going there, which did not help in the slightest. I got attacked by the same creature by the looks of it. Okay, we'll try that again on something a little bit... Another elite by the looks of it. We'll keep going. Got it. So as you can see, so these are the warriors. Yeah, that's at one level lower. But as you can see, this is difficult to get through, and I'm playing 2 or 3 levels under level to be able to get this. So just give me a second. I was going to see if I had the blue line all built out, which I do. Which I will now try and show you the blue line equivalent of what I was just doing. Just to show you how that works on Heroic +2. So again, it's the same kind of elite. We'll go for it in... Yeah, you can see that I'm surviving a lot better, which is good. I've got a lot more healing under my belt, which is great. I've even had Gift of Spirit and things like that hadn't been activated. It is slightly longer to actually do the battles, so let's try an elite at 2 levels below me on the blue line. Let's go in for this. So you can see I've got the more aggressive abilities right at the back this time. Oh yes, that's not going to survive. Yep, I did not survive that. Okay, let's go and try that again. Oh, that really is too close this time. Okay, I will, and I have to retreat. Okay, I will come back for that. Yeah, you can see I've got these pop-ups for telling me when there's healing, when there's wound removal needed, and when I've got some different sets for healing, and things along those lines. So it is prompting me, but I'll bring the Herald back in a second. And you can see that I am actually surviving better on the blue line by the looks of it. But it is taking slightly longer. Again, this time round, I'm running the same kind of thing, except this time I was being just slightly more aggressive. But that's the way that it works. But yeah, I've got far more available to me. All the way down through. It's just that I don't get to use it because I take so much damage. The character itself, okay. So what I've got is a battle shout and battle ready damage buff, so that gives me more damage over time, damage with my attacks. But I've also got the Valiant Strike healing and melee strike healing. So I've got Valiant Strike here, which is part of that process. I also have a more aggressive routing cry damage and grave wound damage, which is for the non-heroic +2 version. So Valiant Strike and melee skills healing, very important, and that's the reason why this one is a little bit more survivable as blue line. So I'll go for that again. We'll take this one down. See, it's taking more time to take down the blue creatures. I'll actually see if I can get a horn around this area as well. There we go, a twisted holly. So we'll try that. So yes, I do have one build for one set of allies for when playing this on normal level, and a different set for heroic +9, and just tried to do as much, because this is a melee heal. That's a melee heal, that's a melee heal. It just gives me so much more, but let's go for it. Okay, Twisted Holly, let's have some fun with you. Get some aggro, forced attack, get some extra stuff down. Go further into the defensive line. You can see I'm using an awful lot of keys just to be able to have a chance of doing this, but I am succeeding. But it is a level, 2 levels below me, but it is elite. Lots of healing going over the time, but I did end that up now that because I was using everything to arms. I was using Gift of Spirit, I was using Standard of Honor, I was using the forced attack from the Herald, which would normally be up here, but I've dropped it down here so I can just activate it. I was using the Words of Courage. I was using everything. I was even using the Lend Courage from the Herald to pull a little bit of health from the Herald, but as I said, I'll just go and try another one of those. I'll go back to the elites that were here. Okay, nothing. Could try this one again, but I'll throw everything at it this time. You can see it's doing a fair amount of damage. But because I'm throwing everything at it, all the healing I can get my hands on, it does go down. So it is a hard, well, you have a lot of keys to run, but as I said, using the more defensive healing legendary item and running blue line does give you more survivability. I'll actually change back to the standalone again. Okay, and I will click in that other LI to do more damage, the grave wound and routing cry damage rather than the extra healing, and let's have a go at that. Same creatures, same issues, got to bring the okay, let's try again. Much faster, as you can see, because I've got everything set to do damage, but it also means I have far less healing, so I've got to take these out in a much shorter time period. But it is the balance for Heroic +2. You either take things down with high DPS before they get a chance to really do a couple of big hits, or you okay, let's go for it. Okay, so I took it down, but only because I started hitting with absolutely everything, and now they're all on cooldown, so I can't use them. So this is the nature of the problem, but I will try moving on relatively quickly. Just got it down in time. I didn't get my healing back, but now I can. The other nice thing about the captain is you can heal back the damage that you take, but you can see the playoff, the difference in the playoff between doing a lot of damage and doing a lot of healing and less damage. It is the nature of playing Heroic +2. Which side do you actually go down on? Do I do more damage? Do I do more healing? The captain is a perfect example of having the option of doing one or the other, but being not really having enough. I still have more risk involved in doing the oh, here we go. Didn't survive two of them, but you can see I could try going against two with the healer version, and I might even try that just to show that I've got a little bit more in my defensive, capacity when running in blue line. So let's try that just to show you. Not enough DPS to be able to take down two under-level elites, which is fair enough. It is one of the highest difficulties, but we will try this. And let's go for it. Let's try another. Let's see if we can find another two. Now, because I'm playing this under-leveled, because I am over-leveled compared to the content, I do not have to worry about the Eye of Sauron dropping. I do not have to worry about corruptions, although I do have the ability to remove corruptions. I don't have to worry about them. Okay, we've got two of them relatively close here. They've moved away from each other, but I will wait for them to get close to each other again. I assume it will come back. Yeah, oh, it's going to go right away. Okay, that'd be right. How am I going to do this? I'll probably take one and then run to a second one. Okay, let's try this. I didn't manage. Oh, I had three of them. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Oh, it did come back, didn't it? Okay. But okay, so I think I've shown you enough that where the playoff for the captain is between being full on healing and full on aggressive. You definitely need to have those two different allies if you're going to go aggressive. If you're going to go defensive, then you need to work on that. You need to have the melee healing and all the other advantages that rode there. Now, I'd probably, if I did this again, I'd probably look for the more defensive versions of my virtue traits, because I'm just not doing enough damage. I really do need that healing and that extra mitigations. So we'll try that. I do want to see if I can get those two elites down with the fully defensive. I didn't have the fully defensive healing gear on that character, on that run. So I really do want to see if I can get it. Let's see if I can back down the same spot. Where's the one that's wandering around? There it is. Okay, let's try this a little bit more carefully. If I can actually line this up this time. Very quick to kill me. Okay, so no, definitely not going to be able to do it. Two elites, 3 levels down, cannot do it. But the whole idea is to show you what can and can't be done, and that pretty much covers what's available with the captain. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in another of the videos. Bye all.